Hey there everybody, welcome to the channel. I'm your host, Puborama, and in today's video we'll be breaking into two different ways that you can earn double money this week in Grand Theft Auto Online, and whether or not you should be taking advantage of these bonuses. So, as always, if you enjoy these videos and you want to see more like it, please consider smashing that subscribe button down below. And without any dilly-dallying, let's get straight into it, starting off with the Chop Shop. If you make your way to Maze Bank Foreclosures and you click on the Salvage Yard option, you will see that there are three different salvage yards available. We have Strawberry, which is the location I have, La Puerta, and Marietta Heights. You'll notice that these locations are all on sale. So my recommendation is, if you don't own a salvage yard, get one. Not only because this is one of the best businesses in the game, but also because you're getting double money and two claimable vehicles this week. So if you buy the salvage yard and you simply get the tow truck beater, you're going to be spending $2.3 million. And that's really not that bad when you realize that if we make our way all the way over to the planning screen over here, this week there are two vehicles that you can literally claim. You'll notice that there are two garage icons on the DeClasse Drift Yosemite and the Karen Boar. Those are both $1.2 and $1.3 million cars. So basically, getting those two cars claimable through your salvage yard equals the entire amount of money you would have just spent on the business saved. So that alone is great, and it makes it entirely worthwhile. But we also have some bonus money for this business. Over here, we have the tow truck. And doing a simple tow truck service will earn us double money this week. Not on the passive income, but on the actual active income you get from the tow truck service. So what exactly am I talking about? When you bring a vehicle back to your chop shop, you are normally going to have to wait 48 minutes. And what's going to happen after that 48-minute window is that the vehicle is going to be salvaged for parts, and you're going to get $35,000. But this week, because it's double pay, you're going to make $70,000 when the vehicle is salvaged. So in other words, you can do two tow truck robberies every, it's like maybe 5 minutes. That's how long it takes me to usually do them. Sometimes you get a further distance, like this one here we can see is 2.2 miles away. But even then, in total, it's a 4-mile drive, and if I'm going over 60 miles an hour, then it's going to take me less than 5 minutes to complete this one. Then I have to wait a short 2-minute window before I can start up the next tow truck delivery, and then I do one more. So, as I said, usually it's about 5 minutes per each delivery, 10 minutes in total, and sometimes they're quicker. Sometimes you get ones that are in the city that are super quick. But yeah, we'll say on average it's going to take you 10 minutes to do two tow truck robberies. So 10 minutes of work, and in return, you're going to be making $140,000. Plus, you're also making passive income. You see, the salvage yard has a little bar, and every time you do a tow truck robbery, it goes up by 25%. So imagine an imaginary bar. Every tow truck robbery brings it up 25%. So if you do 4 tow truck robberies in the span of like an hour or two, you're going to be earning the max passive income of $24,000 every 48 minutes. And that income is super nice because it barely ever decreases, even if you decide not to do a tow truck robbery. Once you've got the maximum passive income being earned, all you have to do is one tow truck robbery every 2 hours, and you will keep that maximum passive income. So in other words, if you do 2 tow truck robberies every 48 minutes, you will be earning close to $175,000. That is a lot of money when you actually do all the math. That is a boatload of cash. And it's 10 minutes of work for $170,000. I mean, if you actually put that in perspective, you're earning almost $2 million an hour for the effort put in, which is insane. So you should definitely be taking advantage of the tow truck this week. It is just such a good business and property to mess around with. And just like that, we have another vehicle brought back to our salvage yard. This was actually a really quick one. It took me like a minute. The vehicle was just down the road. But yeah, that's it. Now, sometimes you do get cops when delivering vehicles. If you do, I'm pretty sure just offing yourself works, if I'm not mistaken. If not, you can always request your terabyte and hop inside of it. That will also lose your wanted level almost immediately. But there you go. 2 vehicles brought into our salvage yard. Now I don't have to do a single thing for another 48 minutes, except wait for the dough to roll in. Over $140,000 in these 2 vehicles here, plus the $24,000 of passive income. That's crazy. So, yeah, take advantage of the salvage yard. It's definitely a business you're going to want to use. Then that brings us to the auto shop, because client jobs are also paying double cash. We can see here that we have a Serrano, and if we modify the customer's vehicle, we have to do what the game says. So we have to respray first of all, we have to look for wine red, so we have to do a bit of scrolling until we find the red options, and then there you go, wine red. Then you have to do performance upgrades. It does want brakes, sport brakes. We have transmission, which is street transmission. And then we have to do an EMS level 2 engine upgrade. Okay. Now the game wants us to go to bodywork. We have skirts, custom skirts. Okay. That was easy. Carbon vented hood. Done. And then we have carbon rear diffuser, which would be under exhaust. No. Bumpers. Yeah, rear bumpers. There you go. Okay, sweet. And now we just have to do wheels. Wheel type. We have to do sport, which is right here, and then Oozer, which I don't know if they're definitely not alphabetical. I don't know why Rockstar didn't make them alphabetical, but that's it. We have fully modified the vehicle. Now we can deliver it ourselves. You can also have staff deliver the vehicle, and usually when staff do it, I don't think they take any damage. It just takes a little bit longer, maybe like 5 minutes, but I just like to deliver it because you guys can see exactly how much money we make, and we don't have to wait for the staff to take 8 years. But if you are using this business, just service the vehicle and then have your staff go out and get it. Service the other vehicle as well. You can have up to 2 vehicles as long as you purchase the extra bay inside of your auto shop. And we're going to drive all the way over there. As you can see, this is a really short delivery as well. We have to go less than 0.5 miles and we'll already be done. And what's nice is because we're driving an upgraded sports car, it's pretty quick. A lot of people don't know this, but the Serrano is one of the fastest cheap sports cars in the game. I think it's like 110,000 for this car, and it goes over 122, 23 miles an hour. It's actually not bad. But here we are, already at the destination, so we just have to bring it right over to the yellow circle, and done. So this payment is going to be $50,000, and then we're also going to get, if I'm not mistaken, a bonus payment. We're going to find out here really quickly. So he's going to inspect the vehicle, and there you go. We made $85,000. The service cost was $35,000, so in total we netted $50,000. All right, I'm gonna try and speedrun this vehicle's upgrades. Let's hop over to the tab, and okay, we got to do silver, which should mean we scroll down. Midnight silver, okay, boom, done. Performance upgrades, we have to do transmission, street transmission, okay, done. Turbo tuning, done, and then street suspension, and that is there, okay, done. Then we do body work. We have bumpers. We have to do rear carbon lip. So we go here, rear carbon lip. And then we have to do carbon arches on fenders. Okay. And then hood double vented, which is right there. All right. Not bad. Install new wheels. Wheel type. Sport. Endo V2. Let's do a bit of scrolling until I see it. Endo V1. And then Endo V2. And that's it. Confirm. That was pretty quick. We are at 46 seconds on the clock, and now we can deliver this vehicle as well. So in total, it literally took me 40 seconds to customize this car. And again, you can use the staff to deliver it, and then you don't have to lift a finger. So in 40 seconds, I would have made $50,000. Do the math. That's a lot of income for how incredibly quick that was. That's actually wild when you think about it. And you probably could have done it faster than what I did too, but yeah. That's pretty impressive. Either way, I don't think the auto shop is something you should go out and buy because these are paying double money. But if you do own the auto shop, I would definitely take advantage of these quick deliveries. I mean, it's literally 40 to 60 seconds of your time, and in return, you're making $50,000. That's literally $100,000 for 2 minutes of effort. Like, that's crazy. And then in 48 minutes, you'll have 2 more vehicles put back into your auto shop. And then all we have to do is drive right here. Done. That took me literally about 1 minute and 30 seconds. That's insane. So yeah, either way, those are the bonus ways of making money this week. Apart from that, you got like some racing, which nobody's ever going to really do. So that's about it. But it's not bad. It's definitely not bad. You can take advantage of some extra money. Hopefully you enjoyed the video, and if you want to see more content like this in the future, please consider smashing that subscribe button down below. See you all in the next one. Bye-bye.